And I just got to thinking about lessons, okay, and how they can turn into lessons eventually to learn the lessons. And I feel like this is important for me to speak on because I too, even as a reader, go through learning lessons. And you ever been hard headed and had to learn a lesson, and you know you had to learn a lesson, especially as a reader? I feel like we get it tenfold, 10 times much as harder than most people when you chosen, when God calls you, when you got a calling to do certain things, right? I think we go through things a little bit more. And plus, I'm so much of an empath, I feel things a little bit more than regular people. Okay? And right now, I'm currently in the roughest time of my life. Okay? And when I say that, I'm learning lessons. Sometimes, gotta have you learn one lesson at a time. But in real life, depending on who you are, some of us learn 5 lessons at a time. Okay? And I'm just one of them. Go figure. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all because people go through these real life things and don't be knowing who to talk to about it, what to do about it. I'm that authentic, okay? So, you ever been hard headed trying to learn a lesson and you know you needed to learn a lesson, but it's not so much as you challenging God or whatever you believe in spiritually, but it's the fact that you just hard headed. You just designed that way, okay? And you will know where you hard headed at, I believe, because Saturn will be there. Now, Saturn is the discipliner, is the father, represents a lot of things, but it also represents time. And Saturn don't play with you because it do represent time. Saturn is not gonna play with you, okay? And me being a Capricorn, I used to hate Saturn. I used to hate being ruled by Saturn, okay? But Saturn could be a good thing once you stop and listen. Like, Saturn is considered the father. And that's for a reason because daddies don't play with you. Okay? And I'm not saying worship Saturn. Okay? So don't get it twisted. Worship whatever you believe in spiritually. I'm not trying to change your beliefs. I believe in God. Okay? But it just so happened that I know a little bit about astrology. I'm not an astrologer, but I know a little bit about astrology. And let's just say Saturn be kicking my ass because I am a Capricorn sun and moon. Okay? And that's all y'all need to know. I got Capricorn a lot in my chart. So that tell you I'm hard headed as fuck. Usually wherever you have Saturn at, there's a lesson there for you to learn. Period. Saturn is it represents discipline and structure for a reason. Okay? And for me, it's in the hardest places. Okay? Um, That's all I can say. We brag about our sun sign for real, y'all. But once you get deep into this spiritual knowledge and learn some things, you'll realize that a sun sign ain't shit to brag about because it's actually our karma in this life. You know what I mean? We're here to learn how to, master that amongst other things. But for me, I feel like, and this is my personal beliefs, ain't nobody said this, I ain't learned this from nobody. This off the top of my dome. I'm walking and I'm thinking, because this is what I do. I think a lot. And when I feel guided to share things with you guys, that's what I do, okay? Oh, I'm so sad. I'm walking past a garden and the sunflowers are dying. See, it's life in everything if you think about it. This one is just dead. But I think sunflowers are so beautiful. Anyway, yeah, Saturn represents discipline and structure, and it's in all of our charts somewhere. Okay, we have planets in our charts. Okay, so find out where yours is because that's usually where you need to learn your biggest lessons. Okay, and Saturn will kick your ass. Look at me. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Really look at me. Like, y'all, I don't. Thank God I don't look like what I've been through. Okay, thank God for that. But I've been through some things, like little Boosie. You hear me? I've been through some things. I'm going through some things. So y'all bear with me with these readings. I try to bring y'all content. I will be bringing much more. Tell me how y'all like things. And, I'm still waiting on y'all to comment on the future of this channel reading video that I did so I can know what y'all think, okay? So yeah, I want y'all to interact more. But anyway, if you don't learn these lessons, I'm gonna keep walking, even though I'm close to home. I'm gonna keep walking. If you don't learn, hey boo, if you don't learn, you will keep going through that same lesson over and over and over until you learn it. You get me? Until you learn it, you will. Um, and even that is for a reason because Saturn is trying to teach your ass something. And if you hard headed, again, I tell y'all all this all the time. Some people they fall, they bust their head one time. They got a big ass speed knot. They like, damn, I ain't doing that again. Whatever it was they did to fall, right? And some people, they just constantly think they Power Rangers and shit. Boom, 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 boom. Stand there, beating their damn head into the brick wall. Speaking of brick walls, yeah, brick wall. That's where I got the metaphor from. But yeah, and head bleeding, busted open. They still trying to get up from out the hospital bed. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Hard headed, you know. So you determine and use your discernment on which person you are when it comes to dealing with learning your lessons because you know everybody don't learn the same way. Okay, you learn this in elementary school when they giving us them tests. Them tests really to be seeing if we psychic or not in school, y'all. Believe it or not, but they don't tell you that. They act like they trying to test your comprehension and you know what I mean, see what you know. But why they want to do all that is because they trying to really go further and see if you gifted, okay? But they don't tell you that. And you learn these things like how you learn your learning style and stuff like that in elementary for most of us. Okay, I remember taking the test when I was younger. Um, they give them to all kids, but then if you do a certain way on the test, you'll get a, they'll tell you you got a different test than I got a different test than others. Okay, I really did. But I can't remember what the name of them was. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but they'll tell you nobody has the same tests. Okay, they'll tell you that. They tell you that so they make it seem like you won't cheat, so you won't cheat or whatever. But it really just be like, you know, you take one test, you go back the next day, you take another test, and they testing y'all all to see y'all psychic gifts and abilities. Okay, but they ain't gonna tell us that. Okay, um, huh? No, it's dark. I know, but she's been said I can come over. I said I'm gonna ask you. Well, you should have rolled with her. Ask her, could she come get you then? We'll call her in a minute. Let me get done with this. Okay, so, sorry guys. I'm kind of walking with my child. Come on. Or are you gonna stay right there? I ain't going far. You can stay right there. Don't go in that street. Okay, he's playing soccer. He loves soccer. But anyway, um, you get these tests, okay? And people will test you in real life, y'all. God tests you the same way, okay? But he tested you to see your strength, your weaknesses. Um, and I believe he wants us to grow and evolve. So he wants you to overcome these things. It's not punishment, but sometimes it can feel that way. Take it from me. Sometimes, y'all, and I know a lot of people be like, oh, don't get mad at God. Y'all, I get mad at God like I get mad at people. I'm sorry, I cannot help it. And God created me, so he already know this, okay? Or she. They already know this, okay? So, and I'm in front of the church. I was actually thinking about going to church tomorrow, but it's not. People make it hard to go to church. It's not God. Trust me. I'm a firm believer in God. I pray daily. I pray probably more than the average person, for real, for real. And I say this because I mean it. Ain't a minute go by where I'm not thinking about God and everything I got going on. But anyway, God will test you as well. And if you fail those tests, I'm sorry, but you got to try again. And that's what God will tell you. And he'll tell you in such a mysterious way that you will know it, But you like, nah, that ain't God. That ain't God trying to tell me something. You know, they made songs. God's trying to tell you something. God's trying to tell you something. You seen that song on Color Purple? Maybe God is trying to tell you something. No, I'm just playing. No, but for real. God talks to us, okay? And God didn't say you can't ask me questions. I absolutely dislike when people say don't question God. I get don't question God's, what He created and the way He made things to be, okay? Don't question that, Mother Nature. But people do that all the time. Experiment with it, play with it, try to change it, and be creators. I mean, yeah, we co-creators, but some of these people are unethical and do things they should not be doing, like cloning people. You know what I mean? And different surgeries people be having. Like, God created us exactly how He wanted us to be. So if you change that, then believe God is not pleased with that. I'm just saying, no offense to those who might have had surgery done or anything. This is just my beliefs, okay, and how I feel about the situation. You might feel different. Like, it's not that you're gonna go to hell, God don't like you or love you because you got it, okay? I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that is when God is not pleased with you. It ain't because you asked them a question or you questioning anything that you're going through, okay? I do not like when people say that. But people say all kind of things. And people got a lot of different beliefs passed down to them. And you can't tell these people nothing different. Like, everybody ain't woke. Everybody ain't meant to be woke. And I don't know about some of y'all, but I'm tired of trying to wake people up. I'm tired of trying to tell people and show people and lead by example and apply to life how I feel and try to explain it to others because it don't make no sense. But that's okay. I'm not for everybody, and everybody is not gonna get it. Okay, everybody is not gonna get it, and they're not supposed to. So those who get it, get it. Those who don't, sorry, but everybody's path is different for that reason. Okay, everybody is not meant to, you know, wake up. It tells you clearly in the Bible, you know, that many are called but few are chosen. Okay, I didn't ask for this. I never thought in a million years I'd be doing tarot. I didn't ask for it. I had to pray before I even was allowed to do it. I had to get clearance from God. You know what I mean? First and foremost, before I can even pick up a tarot card deck. Like, I feel more comfortable with making my own, but it's no different really. Um, I thought it was more fun too because it can be exactly what I want the card to say or be, and I'm gonna create real cards in the future. But um, I got a certain amount of decks, but at first I went through some things before I was able to do it. I had to pray. I had to get clearance. I really did, not only from God, but you know, from my ancestors, from my my spiritual team, and then even from some family members. I wanted them to understand why I felt I was being called. But really, I didn't even have to do all that. I didn't even have to do all that because, again, everybody not going to have no understanding. Everybody's not going to have an understanding of what you're called to do, okay? Just do it, though. Don't let other people and your thoughts about other people stop you, okay? If God brought you to it, He'll bring you through it. You brought to it for a reason, okay? Who is to say what's good or bad but people? God ain't, he created us enough. He's so genius. He created us in a way that we know right from wrong, right? So you know if you're doing something wrong with the cards. You know if you're doing something wrong. Um, if something feels right, then 9 times out of 10 it's right. If it feels wrong, it's wrong. Ain't no way around it. It's simple, really. It's simple. Um, and I do things too that I feel is wrong. And I know it's wrong. You ever wanted something so bad, but God say it's not meant for you or you can't have it? You ever wanted something or somebody so bad, but God say it's not meant for you? You can't have it. And you still like, oh, I ain't listening to God. Because sometimes we don't listen to God. Let's be honest. Let's be 100 here. Sometimes we don't listen to God. We don't. And we be hard-headed. And I've been doing that. I'm guilty of that too. You know, um, you know, we all guilty of something. And if they say that they're not, they're just liars, okay? Period, point blank. We all guilty of something. And I'm just being honest about what I'm guilty of. And, I felt it was wrong. I knew it was wrong, but I still did it because I wanted this certain thing and I wanted it for me and my children. So it's different when you want something for you, but when you want something for you and your children, but God say, it's not meant to have because you misunderstood it and you thought it was meant for you to have, but it's not meant for you to have. How would you feel about that? I'm gonna tell y'all how I felt about it. I will fight. I come from a family of fighters. I believe in fighting for what I want. I'm just built like that. You know what I mean? And I go for it. And I don't stop usually until I get it. So sometimes it'd be hard for me to walk away, to let go of things. You know what I mean? They talking about people with detachment problems. What about people with attachment problems? When you attach to something or somebody so much that you can't let them go, it could become dangerous. And not only dangerous, but it hurt people. It hurts people when you're holding on to certain things and certain people when it's not meant for you. And I'm learning this, guys, but that is the hardest thing for me to learn and accept. Sometimes we have to come into agreement with God and accept that God is and his will is his will. Drake said it best. It's God's plan. Because sometimes it's not our plan, y'all. And I ain't trying to preach to y'all, but I'm just trying to drop some jewels to y'all, some real jewels. Because a lot of people on this here YouTube talking about stuff that don't even matter that applies to your life. I'm talking about something that can possibly heal y'all and help y'all, okay? Um, and at the same time, I'm learning myself. I tell y'all, I can't talk about nothing I ain't went through myself. I can't tell y'all nothing that I haven't experienced. So I ain't gonna never get on here and talk about nothing that I'm not going through or I haven't been through or experienced. So with that being said, I'm learning the hardest lessons of my life. I've been through the hardest things in my life. And every time I thought I went through the worst thing, it was something else worser. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? And sometimes it's like being chosen could feel like a blessing and a curse because you get hit so hard with things. They always say, God ain't gonna give you too much you can't handle. Shit me. Because I feel like Edward Scissorhands out this motherfucker. Sometimes. I feel like, they say, you can bend, you can fall, but you can't break. Shit, I feel broken. You understand me? And I'm working on me. I don't like to get on this channel and preach all this only high vibrational stuff because we go back and forth. Energy fluctuates, energy flows just like water, honey. Just like water. So with that being said, our vibration will too. Yes, you are supposed to focus and keep it at the highest vibration you can possibly keep it at yourself. Yes, but sometimes we get down in the lows, the valley of the lows, people. Let's talk about it. Because it's okay. That's where the true healing come in. Sometimes I don't have nobody else to talk to but y'all. Maybe it's because people don't understand me like y'all do. That's why I joined the channel in the first place. It was like, yes, I found somebody who relates to me, somebody. I am like the black sheep. Nobody else in my family do what I do. I'm the generational curse breaker. You know how they say you brought bullshit to town? That's me. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like I wanted to, but I was called to, but I was chosen to. And sometimes I don't like that. It was hard for me to accept sometimes. It's still hard for me to accept the fact that I'm a medium sometimes. It's still hard for me to accept the fact that, my spiritual gifts, yeah, they are. It's been proven. I've had to prove it to myself. But sometimes they are not that strong because my vibration is not that high. But when it's high, when it's high. Some of y'all wonder why sometimes these readers can't really read you. It is a general read, and don't get it twisted. But At the same time, if somebody's vibration is low, their energy is off. I tell people all the time in my personal life, I don't want to do readings. Everybody always want to get a reading. I don't want to do readings because why? Some days I just be like, fuck them readings. And some days I be like, my energy is off. I have to be honest with people. And then I don't want to be biased. I want to be able to take my stuff out the reading. And I don't want to feel in my low vibration doing no reading on nobody. So, sometimes people don't understand that though. you know, and I have to turn them down. Come back another day, or I'll do it tomorrow, or something like that. You know what I mean? Because it's not right. To whom much is given, much is required. Okay? So that means when God give you a job, it's different from when you working for somebody else. Just like it's different for you working for somebody else than for yourself. It's different when you working for God or for what you believe in spiritually. It's different. You must obey and be obedient, or it will be consequences and repercussions. Okay? And then a lot of people are suing people, and things happen. Y'all see me making plenty of disclaimers. That's for a reason, you know? And I get on here and I be real. Hey, if I don't know, I'm going to tell you I don't know. Read my readings, watch my readings, all that at your own risk. You can believe me, you got to believe me. That's up to you, honey. But you will know by my works if it comes to pass. You would know because you would be going through it. And then every reading, like I said, is not going to be for you because they are general readings. But I'm talking about personal readings at this point. You know what I mean? So with that being said, you really got to use discernment with who you got reading you. And, even when you are a reader, Clyde, not buying the cars. Get away from the cars. Guys, because my son outside playing with his friends, and I don't want him to hit nobody's car because I don't want to have to, I'm not in my highest vibration. But anyway, just outside, trying to get out the house. I advise y'all to do that sometimes. Walk in Mother Nature. So many things will come to you, downloads and all that. You know what I mean? I mean, where I live, people are still outside cutting grass, as y'all can hear, having yard sales, and it's dark. Literally, it just got dark, but still, they be out here kicking it. Summer is almost over. Are you guys excited? Kids about to go back to school. I'm not one of the moms that's just ready to send their kids back to school. I'm not. Like, my kids was homeschooled for a long time. But anyway, they wanted to go to school. That's why they in school. I had to put them back in so they can experience the whole peer thing and the environment. But yeah, I protect mine. But when I say that from the system, it don't have to do with kids. But they was getting bullied from time to time. But I don't play that either. But anyway, um, you can you can take from this reading what you will. I think I got the message across. Like, really, I just wanted to get on here, tap in, tune in with y'all, and drop some jewels. You know, and I will be uploading more readings as they come to me. I'm a random reader. Um, I don't just post for money. I don't post for, subscribers. But thank you guys. I did notice I got more subscribers. Keep subscribing, you guys, if it resonates. I think y'all like the signs because they got more views. So I'm a do more signs. Probably tomorrow. I'll be doing more signs, all signs individually, in the shorts. So look for those. And what else? Uh, yeah, you guys. I do the best I can. I don't do this. I don't get paid from YouTube. You know, I guess I'm not good enough for YouTube. I don't make no money, so I do this because I love to do it. And again, I finally found my soul tribe. People that resonate with me. Look at the moon, y'all. It's so beautiful. Can y'all see it? I hope y'all can. It's not that dark. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. Okay. It looks like a crescent moon, but I'm not for sure. But I'm about to definitely go in the house because I don't fuck with bugs. And these mosquitoes be disrespectful as fuck. But anyway, yeah, I don't get paid, and I do this because I love to do it. I want to help people get through everyday life, not just they love life, real life. And that's why I'm here. If I only help one person, I feel like I've done my duty. Okay. But of course, I want to help more, and I want y'all to spread the word, share the video, and stuff like that. Um, Cause you never know who it can help. You never know who need to hear it. You know, so many people out here is lonely. They don't have people they can talk to. They don't have people that they confide in, and that'll make them smile or just stop and listen to them, or even nobody that understand them. You know what I mean? So if you need somebody that understands you or anything like that, don't be afraid to reach out to other people or just to go outside. You never know who you can meet. Like, I met a lot of new people. Like, where I live, I don't know nobody. Literally, it's just me and my children. Like, I don't talk to nobody. It's not because I'm mean. It's because people where I live mind their business. Beautiful, nice houses, okay, as y'all can see, okay? But it's like this. Like, people just mind their business, and I love it. I love that about where I live. Don't like my landlord. He ain't shit. But anyway, um, I'm gonna pray for him. How you doing? I look like a kid. I know. That's why I had to. Huh? Yeah, I braided my hair. It's different now. I'm gonna come talk to you tomorrow. Okay. I see you got everything out there. Still, let me know if you need me. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, that's a neighbor of mine. You never know who you can meet. I just met her. People, everybody got a story. We all got stories, and that's important sometimes for you to get out, especially if you're going through so much stress and depression or having anxiety. Mother Nature just got a way of calming people down. Like, literally, I'm not telling y'all no lies. And who knows the best, but I know what I'm talking about. I'm a walking testimony to this stuff. You know what I mean? So try it, you might like it, okay? And I don't care if you got to go outside and scream real loud. That works too. You know what I mean? Cry it out. That works too. You know? But this is how we heal. That's the first step to healing. Most of my neighbors, they're foreigners. Haitians, Nepalians, Africans, black people, regular black people, white people. I live in a diverse community, which I love, okay? I really do. But I just don't like exactly the area where I'm at and my landlord. But other than that, people are just people, and they happen to be nice people. I don't have to worry about a lot of things like, I'm from the hood, but I don't live in the hood. Like, literally, that was the goal. Okay, we still trying to accomplish goals out here. And that takes me back to the beginning of the video where I started the video and asked you guys, you ever wanted something so bad, but then you felt like God saying it's not meant for you? Sometimes God will let you know that. And God works and moves in mysterious ways, but you will know because they'll be like the hardest things for you to accept or let go or deal with. So pay attention to that and just try your best to let it go, to have acceptance and to fix it, so you can fix your life and heal. Because sometimes it's you stopping you. Because it was me the whole time. Yes, it was me the whole time. You got to learn how to accept accountability, okay? And that's really the first step to you changing your life for the better, okay? Me, again, being hard headed, I'm working on that. But one day, because I know I'm destined for greatness, I just don't know exactly what, but one day I'm going to get there. But everything is a process, so don't beat yourself up either if it don't happen overnight or in the next couple of months. I have the hard time dealing with that because I am the spiritual, I ain't gonna say leader, teacher, or nothing like that, but whatever, person, right? it's hard for me to accept how I'm supposed to heal somebody else when I'm unhealed. But it's okay. It's okay, because that's like saying a child can't teach you nothing because they're a child. That's so untrue. That's so untrue, and don't let nobody tell you that because you're not healed, you can't heal the next person. There's a lot of people walking around here out here not healed, okay? And you can still heal another person in some type of way. I don't care if it's you giving them a hug, you telling them something they'll remember it for the rest of their life. Don't ever listen to nobody to say that. Okay? It's some idols y'all got out here to say things like that. I'm just saying. But they be so wrong. They be so wrong. Because you can always learn from somebody. You know, healed or unhealed. You can always learn from somebody. And I'm going to end this reading with that right there. Sending y'all love. Okay? Scroll down. Binge watch my videos. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yes, and like the videos, guys. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more. Peace.